Hello, my name is Blaine, aka the Plaid Lad, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the North Country side of the Manistee River Trail Loop. I am parked in a little parking lot near the Red Bridge river access. So I'm going to try and do the whole NCT side today and go down on the MRT side a little bit too. Should be, I don't know, like 12 miles maybe, something like that. I'm not sure. I've been here a few times and I'm just winging it. A truck came by. But yeah, this is actually where I did my first backpacking trip. So this is a pretty cool little place for me. Have a lot of memories here. I'm really looking forward to it. Right now, it's about 29-30 degrees. The forecast for tonight is to get down to 20 degrees. But that's in town. A little over a year ago I camped here, and it was like 10 degrees colder than the forecast where I camped. So I am planning for it to get down to maybe 10, just to be safe. So I have my 0 degree quilt set up, hammock set up with me right now, which takes up like 3/4 of the space of my pack. I should really upgrade to another Yeti for the underquilt. But so that's why I have such a monster pack. Right now I'm rocking about 34 pounds, which this pack is handling wonderfully. Very comfortable so far. But yeah, it's gonna be a cold one this time, folks. So stay tuned. So for those of you who are not familiar with this trail, there are two trails. The North Country Trail, which I did part of on my Jordan River trip, which I'll link somewhere up in the ether, and then the Manistee River Trail. So the North Country Trail side is the harder of the two sides, and there's no water source until you're about 7 miles in, and I hit by a branch. And it's way less scenic than the Manistee River Trail side, so I tend to like to do the North Country Trail side first. I hope I won't come to regret that today. But there's snow, but it's not terribly deep, but things are a little slick. I did not bring my ice spikes, so hope I can do the mileage I want to today, but time will tell. Oh, really wish I brought the micro spikes. All these leaves are didn't think there would be snow up here because there's no snow at home. It's December 3rd, and I was looking at the weather this week up here, and it was in the 50s up until today. So I didn't think there would be snow. Boy, was I wrong. This could end up being a long day. It's pretty though. I'm lost. Shocker. This is the one section of trail I'm not super familiar with. And started bushwhacking and climbing up there. And then I slid all the way down here. I gotta find the trail again. Sorry I didn't catch all that on film for you. Wish I could say I planned it. Alright, I'm back on trail. The snow just makes it so hard to tell what the actual trail is. I made a completely wrong turn. Now I gotta slow my pace a little bit. Because that was a lot of work getting out of that jam. I don't want to sweat too much. Already a little damp. Enough to make you sweat more than sliding a good, 30 feet down a hill. There aren't any intersection markers here. There is the occasional sign like this one. So if you're going the way I am, which is again from towards the upper River Road trailhead, you want to make a right at that sign. That confused me the first time I was here. Man, I sweated too much. So I can dry off before I get to camp. Without all the foliage in bloom, the North Country Trail side is a lot more scenic. I'm actually really enjoying these views. I ended up taking off my hat because I was starting to sweat too much. My butt was cold from sliding down snowy hill, but now it's starting to warm up a bit. Put the hood back on, but now I'm getting hot again. That's the thing with winters. You gotta have a good layering system. But if you need to dump a lot of heat quickly, take off your hat, because that will dump the most heat the most quick. There's a fun little tip there, little ditty if you will. Whew. Oh, look at that. And it's not showing up too good on camera, but you can see the hills out in the distance really well. I'm digging it. So I just realized I should explain something to the uninitiated in winter hiking or backpacking, but it's very important that you don't sweat too much. If you sweat, that's what freezes and makes you colder. So layers are super important. I prefer to hike in synthetic layers, and then I do wool when I'm at camp. You want stuff because those things are quick drying, and this was pretty wet after my tumble. It's pretty much dried out now. My base layer is still a little wet from the sweat, but I can feel it drying out a little bit more. Oh, and if you're wondering what this is an insulated water bottle holder holding Nalgene. I don't use a Nalgene in 3-season weather, but when it gets cold, I'll boil some water and put it in the Nalgene and then put it in my top quilt with me, and that really helps maintain warmth throughout the night. So, fun stuff. My original plan was to camp at site 8B, but looking at the map and taking the trail conditions into consideration, I don't think that'll be in the cards today. I'm definitely gonna try to make it over to the MRT side and camp near a water source. I don't think there's enough snow here to melt. And I have my alcohol stove with me, which just does not have the BTUs to melt snow. I have my water filter, and I've been hiking with it in this inner chest pocket here that the Outdoor Vitals Ventus hoodie has to keep it warm. I don't have to keep it very close to my body at all times so it doesn't freeze up. Because if a hollow fiber filter freezes, it's broken, it's done. Now I do have some chemical treatments with me in my emergency kit, so I won't necessarily be screwed on this trip, but if I could save like the $30 to get another filter, I'll do it. Started to sweat again, so I'm stopping for a minute here. I'm like 5-ish miles in. I think I'm gonna shoot to do like 10 or 11 today. I forgot how hard this NCT side is. And it's a little harder with a heavier pack for sure. But the first time I did this, I used a 90-liter pack. That's right, 90. Kelty Red Cloud 90. And it probably weighed double what I have now. So like 60 pounds, maybe 50 pounds, 55, somewhere in there. I didn't weigh my stuff too good back then, so I don't know, but it was a lot worse than this. And it was in August. It was like 95 degrees. I like died. So, slowing my pace a little bit. It's about noon. Sunset is at 5 o'clock. So, I'm hoping to make camp by 3 o'clock. So I have a couple hours to set up in the light and maybe get a fire going. We'll see. Whew. Just lost the windscreen for my microphone, so I apologize if there's any wind noise. That's a bummer. So the temperature's starting to drop a little bit. I just checked with the Bluetooth thermometer. It's down to 28. So looking at the hourly forecast, while I still had a signal, the temperature is going to just steadily drop. Like, I think it's supposed to be below 25 around 4 o'clock. So starting to get a little bit more of a nip in the air for sure. Might end up putting the beanie back on. We'll see. I haven't been filming a ton, and there's good reason for it. Time is getting to be of the essence. I got a later start than I wanted, and then getting lost cost a little bit of time too. I really want to make it across the suspension bridge today. So, apologies in advance, and for you, I guess, in hindsight, that I'm not filming so much today. But I'll keep checking in periodically. Alright, so if you look down there, that is Eatington Creek, which is the first water source on the NCT side of this loop. So, this is where I camped my first time here. I did this as a 2-night, 3-day trip my first time. And this is where I camped for the first night because it had water. I'm still very good on water right now. I've still got about 1.7 liters. So I'm not going to stop and filter any water right now. But this also means that I am getting closer to that suspension bridge. I just have another couple miles till I hit it, and then I might camp at the first available campsite once I cross. Right now, it is just after 1 o'clock, and I wanted to start setting up camp at 3. So, actually, right down there, that is the first campsite I ever stayed at backpacking. So, there you go. It's kind of cool. Alright, so made it to a intersection here. So you can see the NCT continues on that way, and the Manistee River Trail right here. So we were following blue blazes before, now we follow white blazes. So I'm officially done with the North Country Trail section of this loop. So I'm making progress, and it is 1:45. So I think I will achieve my goal of making it over to the suspension bridge. Alright. Well, we are finally coming up to the first view of this trip. It's one of my favorites on the whole trail. This is like my favorite place to go in the Lower Peninsula, hands down. But it's just so busy in the summertime, it's not worth coming because there's too many people. But right now, I haven't seen another soul this whole time, which means I have views like this to myself. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. Alright, I finally made it to the suspension bridge. Feels good to achieve at least this goal. Then when I came in the summer, this little barricade wasn't there. Man, I wonder if they just put it up for the winter time or if it's here all the time now. It's not that big of a pain to climb over. Muddy over here. Looks like there's some people camped right there. I don't know if you can see them on camera or not. Looks like a nice spot. This thing's bouncing. Okay, I'm at campsite 2A. This isn't where I wanted to camp, but it's the best campsite that's still open that I've come across, so I'm gonna start setting up.
The Christmas spirit spirit grows with each new day, and it's so close but seems so far away. And yet it comes only once a year, and before you know it, it's already here. The streets are filled with laughter, and so many hearts are gay. Everybody helps to make the season bright. The houses turn on their Christmas lights at night. It's worth the wait the whole year through, just to make happy someone like you. And I'll never outgrow the thrill of Christmas Day. Far away, yet it comes only once a year, and before you know it, it's already here. The streets are filled with laughter, and so many hearts are gay. Everybody helps to make the season bright. The houses turn on their Christmas lights at night. It's worth the wait the whole year through, just to make happy someone like you. And I'll never outgrow the thrill of Christmas Day. It's worth the wait the whole year through, just to make happy someone like you. And I'll never outgrow the thrill of Christmas Day. And I'll never outgrow the thrill of Christmas Day. And I'll never outgrow the thrill of Christmas Day. Yes, I'll never outgrow the thrill of Christmas Day.
Alright, now I have shelter set up. So my next priority is going to be getting some firewood. Oh, it's cold. Alright. Time to start processing some firewood. Okay, I got enough processed to get me started. I got a hole in my hiking mitt, so I got a thumb accessible to... Almost cut my glove on fire. There we go. All right. See where that gets us. Well, that was a failure. Try another fire starter. See how that does us. Alright, camera shut off by itself. I think the cold weather's been messing with it. Yeah, because I still have a pretty full battery there. Anyway, got all the water I need for right now filtered. I'm gonna light the stove. All right, I got it going. So for dinner today, trying this good to go New England clam chowder. I'm a big fan of chowder, so it should be good. Let's see, remove the oxygen absorber. Wow, this is gonna take pretty much all I have to make, and I just filtered. Okay, so I'll start getting this ready. I think I'm gonna use that for a hot beverage because I can drink that while I'm waiting for the meal to finish rehydrating. Ooh, it smells good. Just gotta find for my hot beverage. I'm gonna go with a hot chocolate. Boy, did it get dark really quick. I'm pretty warm with my layering system that I got right now. got this Vario jacket from Outdoor Vitals on. I have the Affiliation Gear alpaca hoodie on under that. I have a Smart Wool 250 weight base layer on under that. I have an alpaca beanie and a Shug hat made by Shug's daughter Ariel. Fantastic experience. I've got all of that on my top half. And I have Smart Wool 250 base layer bottoms on. I've got darn tough mountaineering socks that go up to my knees, and these Enlightened Equipment Torrid pants. And then I have Baffin insulated slippers with a like a foam insole, and then I put a Reflectix insole that I made myself in both of these. So with all that, I'm staying pretty toasty. All right, it is 25.7 degrees right now. So that's kind of chilly. Nice thing is it's supposed to be like 35 hiking out of here tomorrow, so that'll be nice. And I did a little over 12.5 miles today, so I should only have like 7-ish miles to do tomorrow, so that'll be nice too. Alright, finally hitting a boil here. Still got a lot of fuel in there too. I'm just gonna put a lid on that. And I'm gonna start adding more water to it for my meal. With already having a boiling start, it shouldn't take nearly as long. All right, got another boil going. There's still a decent amount of fuel burning in there. Start boiling water for my Nalgene next. We'll get that going for the Nalgene. See if that fuel will get me that boil. Sorry, that camera keeps shutting off in the cold, but there's still 38% battery. But this is very good, this meal. I couldn't get the camera to stay on outside, so I just stopped trying to film and cleaned up camp and had mint fudge from my hometown, handmade in the town of Armada. Some mint fudge. That was pretty good for a dessert. So yeah, and then I just hung everything up and headed into bed for the night. It's about 8 o'clock. Spent a little bit of time fidgeting with the underquilt, but I think I have it all sorted out now, so that's good. No CBS for me. And I'm in my 0-degree hammock gear top quilt Still got all my other layers on. This is a Dutch wear top quilt liner. That's to help with condensation, because last I checked it was about 24 degrees outside. I have a Bluetooth thermometer on my pack so I can see the outside temperature. And then in here I have it up to 39 degrees. So not too shabby. Above freezing is always good. I don't feel like I don't even need my gloves on right now, so that's a good feeling. Probably just gonna watch some Christmas movies and go to sleep. Nice and warm and toasty. Oh, it's such a good feeling after the day I've had. Good morning. I slept pretty good. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, so I'm definitely getting a late start today. I already had my morning constitutional. I only woke up once in the middle of the night because I had to pee, and I just kind of leaned out the side of the hammock so I didn't lose any warmth, and it worked out great. So because it's so late, probably gonna start simultaneously cooking dinner and packing down. Save a little bit of time. So probably won't check in again until I'm all done with all that. Well, my brain is frozen. I got down to 17 last night. So not as cold as I was expecting per se, but it was colder than it was forecasted, that's for sure. But it was between 24 and 41 inside the hammock last night, so I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, so it is 10:54 a.m. I'm all packed up and I'm getting ready to hit the trail. So for breakfast, I tried on a whim a cinnamon toast crunch oatmeal that was, delicioso. So I will definitely be doing that again. And then I finished off that delectable mint green fudge from the Armada Fudge Company. If you're in Southeast Michigan, check them out. Well worth it. Yeah, so today I should have about 7-ish miles back to the car. And I saw a few more people once I got over to the MRT side last night. It was actually kind of hard to find a campsite. A lot of good ones were taken, so that's why I ended up doing a little bit longer of a hike yesterday. I wanted to find a good spot. Although I saw a couple of spots where I wish I kind of just kept going a little bit further, but oh well. You live and you learn. I'm probably going to be coming back here next month anyway, so I'll keep those in mind. It's just a beautiful morning. Man, I love it here. So I initially wasn't planning on doing this as a solo. Life Alert, aka Alicia, was supposed to join me, but unfortunately her dog isn't doing too well, so in her position, I would do the same thing. I got 3 dogs myself. I just got a new puppy last week. His name's Willie. He's a basset hound, and I love all my dogs to death. And she's a vet tech too. And before you ask me, no, I will not give you veterinary advice over the internet, stranger. Talk to your veterinarian. But she's a really caring person, and that dog means a lot to her. So in her position, I would make the exact same choice. So I hope that she's doing a little better. Right over here is the campsite me and Alicia stayed at for our trip. In January it was, we got down to -2. It's the coldest either of us have ever camped out in. And, oh, God, it's such a beautiful spot. We'd never camp here in the summer because there's no water close by, but in the wintertime, deeper into winter, when there's more snow, just melted the snow for water, and it worked out really well. That was a very special trip to me. So I'm thinking about you, Life Alert. right here is a campsite that last November me, Footloose, and Life Alert all stayed at. It's right next to site 8B, but 8B was taken, so we had camped right here. That was the first time the three of us had ever backpacked together. That was a really cool, really awesome trip. So, a lot of good memories here. Thinking about the both of you. Alright, so I'm at Arquilla Creek, and guy I spoke to a little earlier said that this thing is a little warped, the bridge, and it is. He said there was a lot of ice on it yesterday. It looks like that's pretty much melted now, but yeah, this has definitely got a tilt on it. The water's full, so here's hoping I don't fall in. Whew. Well, that went well. Oh boy. Blaze is over here. It's probably not showing up on camera, but there's a spider web right there, and it's 30 degrees. But this is the last water source before I hit the highway, and I am parked right on the highway, so I'm getting close. I just think it's important to mention too that when I was a kid in summer camp, they brought us here. We hiked in about 7 miles. They gave us packs and everything, and then they had a car out here, so it was really just car camping. We just carried out our sleeping bags and pillows, extra set of clothes. That was about it. The car had all of our food and tents and whatnot in it. But then the next day we would canoe out on the river. So I've been coming to this place for a long time. It was a long time in between my first time and my second time, but the place really does hold a lot of memories for me, and it's one of the reasons why it's my favorite. Alright, I've made it back to the highway, which means this trip is over. I want to say thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy content like this, please consider hitting the like button, the subscribe button, and the little bell notification so you get a notification whenever I put up a new video. And I hope that if you're watching this in December when it posts, if you're watching this in December when it posts, that you enjoy your holiday season. I watched White Christmas last night in the hammock, so I enjoyed that.